Ready when you are.
All right. Welcome to the Midwest Game Nerds podcast. I'm your host, John, and here with me today is Bryant.
Hey.
And Alex.
Hello.
Today, we're going to talk about all the fun stuff we've been playing. We're also going to go over Tacoma, which was recently released, and a handful of news. But before we get to all of that, if you want to follow us on social media or see all the places you can listen to or watch our show, check out MidwestGameNerds.com/links. As always, we would really appreciate your feedback at MidwestGameNerds@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Twitch, as well as rate and review us on your favorite podcatcher, such as iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Podcasts, or wherever else you get your podcasts from. So, cool. That's my intro. What have you guys been playing? Anything? Anything fun?
The game that is on screen right now.
Sure.
A lot
PUBG.
of a lot of PUBG or Plunkbat or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, whatever you want to call it.
We streamed the three of us plus Brian's cousin playing on Twitch. The archive is available there, and on YouTube. The views of John Morrell do not represent the views of the Midwest Podcast Network in those videos.
What views are you speaking of?
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
John has a PC that he can kind of almost play games on now.
It does not look that good. It looks worse than the stream.
Yeah. The stream of this looks pretty good. Yeah,
it looks awful.
I mean, this is what it looks like on my computer, but whatever.
It looks it took like when I load into the game, it takes me about 5 times longer than it takes any of you guys to actually load into the game. I can actually, when I land from parachuting in, I can walk into a building because the doors haven't loaded. I can walk right through walls and appear inside of buildings instantly.
Yeah.
I hope you don't get banned for that.
That happens sometimes.
And then, the textures just take forever to load. The game is fun though. It's definitely fun. I am enjoying it. It is way more fun playing with you guys than it was when I played solo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a hell of a learning curve, that's for sure.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. Still haven't won.
Yeah, there's still been no chicken dinners between these 4 people.
I mean, in my solo round, I made it to 25, which I think is pretty good. I don't know, out of 100 players, without knowing anything about how to play the game or what I was doing, and with all the functional things that weren't working properly. Like I was hitting F to pick things up, and it wasn't picking anything up. So I somehow lasted till 25. Don't know how.
It's because you were lagging so bad that people couldn't shoot you.
But then we got to 4th place, as a group. I thought that was all right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I feel like we consistently place in the top 10 whenever we squad for the most part, unless things go horribly wrong beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty. That's worth
in a field, perhaps.
I didn't bring it up.
No, whatever. It's funny now.
It's a fun game. It's definitely, it'll be more fun. That's what I was explaining to you guys while we were playing yesterday. Is it's hard for me to really get into it because I can't play it smoothly. It doesn't.
Yeah, I feel like you're at a disadvantage for sure.
It's not as fun because it doesn't look good and it doesn't play well because my computer just can't quite handle it. It can handle it enough, but it takes so long for me to get to where it can actually. If there's more than you guys on screen, it was just I was teleporting. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then there was one time where I somehow locked up, it locked up the screen, and then I appeared a football field to 2 football fields away from you guys, and I was just how the hell did I even get here? I wasn't moving.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching a Giant Bomb stream once where one of the guys disconnected, and it was before and we can talk about that in a second, but it was before they added in the ability to come back to a game that you disconnected from. And the guy that they had just kept running until he ran into a wall, essentially. So if you're running and you disconnect, your guy might keep going.
Which is what happened to you.
That's
how the stream starts.
That must have been what happened to me because I was in this random field mostly away from you guys. But now you can actually, my computer hard locked. I had to, it restarted on me. So I lost the Skype and I lost the Steam. I lost everything. So then I came back, hopped back into the game, and it was like, hey, you disconnected from this game. Do you want to join it again? And I was like, well, yeah, all right. I'm probably getting shot at as we speak, but I'll try it. And so that's where the second video starts. The most recent video starts on our Twitch stream. But
I felt like a badass when we were driving around in the car together. And at that point,
cool.
My dude looked like as you said, Asian Conan O'Brien in a full Neo outfit from The Matrix.
So we could talk real quick about first person matches because we haven't talked about that previously. That's now in beta.
It's
for the
fun.
game.
Actually, we wouldn't have been able to play first person as a squad if we had tried before Thursday.
Really?
Because they only had solo and
duos. Yeah.
First person, but they just added that in.
There's a little bit. I don't know. A lot of people were like, "Oh man, I can't alt look." So
makes it feel so much more fair.
It makes it so much harder for me to win. But
it ran smoother for me in first person mode.
It was. I mean,
I can see that. It's less to render.
Yeah.
I employ alt look in probably a very terrible, and by alt look we mean you can hold alt and look around your character in third person.
I do it constantly when I'm running through fields and stuff.
I do that, yeah, that's when I do it too, but in terms of the people being able to engage in combat while alt looking around a corner and that kind of thing, I'm never going to be good enough to do that, so the fact that they take it away from everybody kind of puts me more on a level playing field.
Yeah.
I think. So I kind of feel safer playing in first person mode, but that's just, it's all false anyway because I'm never going to win this game.
My headset's pretty solid too, so the sound really helps me a lot.
Yeah.
And in first person mode, I think I can leverage that more
Yeah.
because there's not people peeking around.
No joke, that PlayStation Gold headset, man, you get the full surround sound experience with that, even though it's simulated. It still works like that on the PC. I was when you guys were calling out where the shots were coming from, I could hear them in those directions. I knew. My
headset has a 7.1 feature, but I actually prefer it without.
Yeah, and I don't even think you can use the virtual surround sound setting on the Gold headset with PC.
It just works really well.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
The positional sound in the game is well programmed.
Definitely one of the better games when it comes to sound.
I like using my so I think I might have talked about it, but I got a new headset. It's called the Lucid Sound 30 wireless headset, LS30 or something like that. And the awesome thing about it is that it's got rings on the ears so that your right ear, the ring changes chat volume and the left ear changes game volume.
That's cool.
But they're both, both of them are in both headphones, but you can change the audio that way or the volume that way.
Basically the mixer's on the headphone.
Yeah, because when I plug it into the computer, it acts as two different inputs. So I tell Skype to go to the chat input, and I tell the game to go to the game input.
That's cool.
And then I can use these things to kind of, if I need to hear you guys, I'll amp you up a little bit, or if I want to hear more of the actual surroundings, then I'll twist it on the left ear. So that it's been really nice, and I really enjoy that. And I figured out the only other complaint that I had about that headset was that the dongle does not fit in any of the USB ports on the PlayStation Pro.
That is the PlayStation's fault because I have the same problem, and the dongle for mine is pretty skinny, and it still doesn't
So the problem was I ended up putting it into the USB on the back of the Pro, but because I have an Ethernet cable in and it's got this optical cord that goes into the side of it, I was still making some tension there. So I ended up using this thing that came with the Steam Link that allows you to bring the dongle closer to you. So I just have this little L-shaped thing that's attached to a USB cord that I can plug the headset thing into, and then I don't have to worry about it at all.
Yeah, just an extender.
So that's the only complaint about that, is that there's an additional investment if you want to not destroy some of the ports or cords on your PlayStation, but it works pretty well regardless, so it's awesome. But anyway, you like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds?
I do, yeah. I really want to upgrade my PC now.
Yeah. And
I thought I was just going to get rid of my PC, but now I just want to upgrade it. I was looking, I really need somebody to obviously everyone's on the Intel bandwagon like crazy, but the Ryzen chips are so much cheaper.
Yeah, I mean,
I can get an 8-core 4 gigahertz Ryzen chip for $200 less, and that includes the motherboard and new RAM.
That will still run your games really fast. It's just not as fast as the Intel stuff for that specifically.
Yeah,
but it's faster for other things like productivity stuff that you may not ever do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do any of that on that computer.
You're
specifically.
not that productive, I don't think.
Pat's asking for suggestions on a 3.5 millimeter headset with an inline mute. I don't necessarily know of any Typically, if they have like an inline mute,
it'll short out and
and not
you
work
will
well.
have to get a new headset in like a year. That's generally how it works.
Is this? I'm assuming he's meaning for Xbox.
I think he's probably gonna mean for Xbox.
Because supposedly the Xbox like Pro headset or whatever, I don't know what it's called exactly, but that headset's supposedly really really nice and
for very little money too.
Yeah, it's like $50 if that, and yeah, he's got to use the
Xbox
dumb adapter.
gotta use the dumb adapter.
Right, which is a bummer, but that headset's really nice is all I know. Like I've heard nothing but good things about that headset. The construction of it is supposedly really solid and it performs really well. It has like great sound and it's like best bang for the buck kind of thing. So that's what I would recommend, but other than that, like I just use my gold headset on my Xbox too, like when I'm playing on Xbox.
Yeah.
So
I mostly I went for the wireless option because I like having wireless stuff. Pat says that's what I have. LOL.
oh yeah.
So I don't know that we necessarily. I'll take a look and see if I can find something while we're talking. But John likes PUBG first person mode. Any other thoughts on that?
Everyone said it made it more intense, or it makes it more like
absolutely, yeah.
I don't
people
feel
could
that
sneak
way,
up on you.
But maybe that's just because I haven't played the game enough in either mode to really formulate an opinion.
I don't feel like it ups the intensity in duos or squads, but solo, I'm like scared someone's sneaking up on me constantly.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like I played a few solo first person rounds earlier today, and just people can shoot me from wherever. Like if I get screwed and where I end up landing is nowhere near the ring, then I mostly just get wasted by people that are behind me. Because I apparently don't play the ring as well as other people do.
Dude,
that's the most difficult thing in the game, I feel. The way they have it set up right now, since they change it to where the ring pretty much doesn't ever start in the circle of the old ring, it's like really unfair sometimes. Because if you're on one side, it'll spawn all the way on the other side, and it's next to impossible to get there.
Yeah.
And I've died from that almost as much as I've died from other teams killing me.
Yep.
And it's just absurd. They need to come up with a different way to do that, I feel.
So, Pat, the wirecutter.com is where I go for my recommendations. They recommend the HyperX. That's the Kingston HyperX Cloud headset. It's $80. It does have an inline mute. It should work with Xbox and PlayStation and PCs and all that type of stuff.
I have the 2.
Oh, you have the newer one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the difference with that is the mute is built into the dongle, and that's where it detaches from the analog part of the headset. So the mute isn't actually in line.
Oh, well.
Which is actually, it's a better design for the most part because it's not going to short out anytime soon.
Yeah.
But the downside is that it's not going to work for Pat for what he wants it to do.
Well, sorry, Pat.
But the original one does have it in line because Corey, I think, has that headset, and he told me it shorted out.
Oh, well.
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, the HyperX Cloud still available, the cheaper, older one. And then Pat also asked, will you play PUBG when it comes to Xbone? John said yes. He thinks he's going to like it more.
I definitely think I'm going to get it on Xbone too.
I do. I think I'll like it more because it'll run more stable, and I just for some reason can't play games with a mouse and keyboard anymore. Like I used to be so good at when Team Fortress and like Quake and all that were like the only things I played, but I just like the mouse is like having to like keep picking up the mouse and like moving.
I never
to,
pick
turn,
up my mouse pretty much, other than at a slight angle.
Well, I had to bump up all the sensitivity, and like I just don't like my mouse. I think is part of it too. So maybe I just need to get something
better mouse.
You should just get a better one.
But
the one I have now, it dropped to like $40, and it's one of the best ones I've ever had.
I will probably only pick it up if I know a bunch of people that are going to play it at the time. So we'll see what that's like. Otherwise, I might just stick to it on PC.
Yeah.
Or I might wait for the PlayStation version because I probably know more people that'll play it there.
Oh, I mean, if it's actually coming out on PlayStation, for a fact Nick and Gojo are going to pick it up.
Gojo might. I don't know about Nick, maybe. But
They can drive around in a car together.
It's supposed to.
No, if Gojo gets it, he will convince Nick to get it.
It'll be out probably like a year later, I think is what people are saying. So we'll see.
But anyways,
just laughing at the video.
Yeah.
I think Jim in a car.
John, you also bought Splatoon
I did.
2.
I went on a little bit of a gaming splurge.
Yeah.
I spent way more money at Best Buy than I intended to because apparently my Gamers Club Unlocked had lapsed.
Oh.
So I had to pay up again.
The next 30
because I wasn't getting any discounts, and I was like, this is dumb. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, your thing must have lapsed. And I was like, yeah, okay. Tack it on, and put it on a credit card.
Well, if you bought enough stuff, what else did you buy?
I bought I bought the 2 Splatoon amiibo that they had at.
So did I, but apparently
they're the wrong ones. They're the same ones you have.
Okay.
Which nobody has the new ones. I can't find them anywhere. I've been
They'll
to like
put more
3
out.
different Meijer, and I've been to like 2 different Best Buys.
Can't find them. They've been popular enough that they'll put them out.
I've been told that the GameStop in Hamtramck is a gold mine.
Oh,
so
okay. Good to know.
You shouldn't have put that on the podcast.
I don't care.
This is going to be our most downloaded episode, and everyone's going to buy all the amiibos up.
You may or may not have spent enough money to not spend the $30 almost.
Yeah, it justifies it as far as I'm concerned because I'm gonna buy more stuff. It
anyway.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, and it lasts for what, 2 years? So
yep.
Yeah, Splatoon is fun. I definitely like having something to play with on my Switch because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Like it's been sitting for a while, and I finally I'm like, oh, I have something I actually want to play, which is cool.
Same here.
It was great when I was updating my PC to play PUBG because I just set up the Switch in front of me. I posted on my Instagram like a picture of all my technology laid out in front of me, and I was playing it with the wire, with the Pro controller and everything.
It's great in squads too because when you die early, you can play Splatoon.
Exactly. I don't like the motion controls. I had to turn them off.
Really?
Yeah, they drive me insane. The game itself is fun. I'm level 9 right now, and 9.5 roughly. I got a really sweet paintball mask, which I thought was cool. It cost me 15,000 coins, which is kind of bullshit.
Nice.
I have one of those.
I feel like it takes forever to get coins, and it takes forever to get experience, but I think that may just be like the way I'm playing it.
See, here's what you got to do is you got to play the single player and you got to do the salmon run because then you can get meal tickets to go and
single player. I kind of forgot it
get
existed.
Buffs for like XP and everything.
Yeah, they have. There's 4 different types of main meal tickets that will allow you to either double. You get 1.5 times coins or 2 times coins, and then you get 1.5 times experience or 2 times experience.
Right.
And then there's a bunch of other drink tickets that can increase abilities, like make you more resistant to ink. But I haven't gotten any of those yet. So the game is a ton of fun. I do want to say I took it. I know you tethered to your phone. Yeah.
And played it. I checked on mine as well, and I figured out that every round is roughly 12 megabytes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because what I heard is that this game, like the tick rate, which is
because it's only the only time it's using any data is when you're actually connecting online and playing online. So when you're actually like in the lobby doing stuff, it doesn't need to connect. So there's no exchange of data. So I figured out that it's 2 megabytes per minute essentially.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, not at all. Like it's pretty. All things considered, that's reasonable. Like I could blow my whole data plan in a couple of days, like doing that if I really wanted to.
Yeah, the game supposedly needs like a 1 megabit up connection, up and down, I believe, in order to effectively play multiplayer the way that I need. But so like even a weak tethering connection, like a cellular connection, you can play around a Splatoon without any rubber band. Like I've never rubber banded in a Splatoon round.
No.
So
I disconnected once.
Yeah. That happens every once in a while. But yeah, so you still haven't tried Salmon Run.
Haven't tried Salmon Run, haven't tried any ranked or anything. I've only just been
You're
playing
not missing
like
much there,
the normal,
in my opinion.
It's fun. I mean, it's something to play on the Switch, which is what I was looking for. It's easy to pick up and put down. Like the only thing that really bothers me is like I'll go on like a 10 round winning streak and then I just get obliterated for like the next 20 rounds.
Yep.
So that's kind of unnerving and makes you not want to play.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I've picked the game up maybe 2 or 3 times in the past couple days, and I've just been losing every time, and it makes me not want to play.
Well, I don't know. It can be a very fickle game. It will go back and forth. There will be days where I'm like, man, I am just killing it today.
I just don't understand like how other people are so good at it. It's not a game that takes.
You haven't seen anything yet, man. Ranked is completely demoralizing.
It doesn't take a ton of skill to play this game.
Well, but if you have the skill, then you can play it stupidly well.
But it's just like, I mean, obviously there's no matchmaking going on because you're playing in rounds against people who are anywhere from like level 1 to level 25 right now.
That's how
it
Turf
seems
War
like.
works.
Yeah, only in Turf War, but
it shouldn't be like that. I want to play with people that are like the same rank as me, so I don't have to worry about anybody having like huge buffs over what I have. You know, things like that. Like like playing against somebody who's level 25 who has gear that's like significantly better than mine seems completely.
It doesn't
unfair.
make that much of a
yeah.
difference.
Here's the thing: is that like a level, as long as you kind of like the gear, if it has 4 slots, then that's kind of the best you can get. So the idea that you're going to like people who are level 25 don't have access to any better gear than you do, except maybe they can buy stuff with 4 slots in the store, but you can do that anyway on the app or whatever anyway. But the ranked mode will put everybody into the same bucket essentially, and it's based off of your performance in that particular type of game mode. Like you have an individual rank for Rainmaker, for Splat Zones, and for Tower Control. So you might be C- in one, which is where everybody starts, or you might be B- in the other.
If you're me, that's where you'll stay forever.
Yeah, but
even though I thought I was pretty good at the game.
So the ranked mode will dump a bunch of different people that are similar rank, and like I think you can, if you're C rank, you can only play C rank people, and if you're B rank, you can only play B rank people. So that at least is a little bit more like that, and then I think league mode probably takes that even a little bit further, but I haven't played any of it yet. Yeah. But I had one day where I played 4 rounds of Rainmaker and got to B-, and it was fantastic.
I have no idea how that happened.
I just got matched up with people that knew what the fuck they were doing.
Well, I don't know how that happened. Even like, how did 4 wins get you to B-?
Because the increase in your rank is about your personal performance. So if you kill a crap load of people and you move the Rainmaker,
I did not know that.
Then you get more of an increase. So I went from C- to B-. Like it gave me a full rank up because I apparently did well enough.
If you do well, but your team loses, you're not going to go up though, are you?
You might not go down as much. I'm not sure.
It's really confusing to me.
Yeah, that whole system is a little bit nebulous, but I don't know. I need to play more of it to really understand the finer points, because I lost a round earlier today in Rainmaker, and it didn't drop me down at all, because I had basically an empty B- rank, and I played a game and lost, and it didn't push me back down to C.
Maybe it doesn't at that point, because if it did, then you would go to play leagued play, and then all of a sudden you'd lose one and not be able to play anymore.
Well, leagued play, I think, unlocks regardless. Like if you hit B- in any of the, or if you hit B, B-, I guess,
is
in any of the 3 modes, you unlocked league play.
Okay.
I don't think it goes away.
Nobody cares about any of this.
I don't know. I mean, but the fact that we are having this conversation about Splatoon.
No, I mean, yeah.
When all of us were like, "Oh, who cares about Splatoon? Just get to the Mario in November." Like, no,
I cared about Splatoon.
No, you did. But out
now
of the 3
think
of us,
you guys have probably played more than I have.
Out of the 3 of us, you probably gave Splatoon the most. Like, I'm excited to check it out, and I think I was like, I played a little bit of the first one, but I don't really care. John was like, I don't really care either.
And then he played the test, and he's like, I
really don't care.
At all.
And then you heard us talk about it. Yeah, and you're like, I want to play it now.
No, I mean, it's definitely a legitimate. Like, everyone kind of needs to play this game.
Yeah,
like, everyone should try it. If you have a Switch, buy Splatoon and play it, because it's a lot of fun, and it's surprisingly a lot of fun, because I did not think the beta was fun at all.
Yeah.
The level of customization and everything, the ability to buy new gear and everything is really cool. And like, that's something that I like in games. Being able to make your character look the way you want it to by buying different gear, blah, blah, blah. I like that kind of. I'm all form over function. Like,
did you buy the aviators, by the way?
I didn't.
Damn it.
No,
we could have had all 4 of us.
I think you can still buy them. I saw them listed in the store again.
Okay.
Can I order them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it today.
You should do that, because that way, if we play some ranked, then we can all put on our aviators.
I'm just gonna pull it up right now while we're talking.
Out.
But no, one of the things that bothered me about like the gear was, if I already have an ability in one of the slots, why are you randomly giving me the same ability? Like, it should
I
lock
assume
that
they
out.
stack.
They all stack.
I don't want it to stack.
I
though.
do.
See, but
I
here's
have
the
like
thing.
four
It'd be
speed
different-
upgrades, and I go super fast.
Like,
in squid
because
form.
you can. Okay, I haven't done any of this yet, but you can scrub slots, and then you can put abilities into slots,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So if I want to do that myself, by all means, let me do that myself. But if I'm randomly getting them from leveling up the gear, it should lock out that, because I don't need my sub weapon
but here's
to
the thing.
to use less ink twice.
Here's where it gets even deeper, is that there are brands for the clothing, and those brands have a more likely ability and a less likely but common ability.
Yeah.
So that if you want to farm a certain type of ability chunk, because you need 10 of them to put an ability into a slot.
Right.
10.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That you can buy that type of brand of gear and sit there and keep leveling it up to keep getting the ink saver one, so that you can go put it in the sweet pair of shoes that you have or something like that.
I'm never gonna get that deep.
I
into
guess
this
I
game.
don't have enough gold to do any of that crap, so it
No,
doesn't matter.
but like, this is what I found out that I don't think we talked about was in the Splatfest. The week of the Splatfest, you get a Splatfest tee, and you can go and it's got 3 slots on it.
yeah.
You go and you level it up, and then you can go to the guy there and spend only 2,000 coins, which is pretty cheap, to pull all the abilities
Scrub it.
out of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can do that as many times as you want during that week to start
and just
getting
save up all those.
save up all the chunks, so you can go and apply them to things that
That's
you actually
cool.
care about.
Is
So
that kind of the point of them doing that?
I think so.
Okay.
It's got to be, so that you just spend that week doing
Right.
turf war or whatever you
just
want to
grinding like crazy.
do. Yep.
Cool.
Who would
Yeah.
think a game like Splatoon had grinding?
Yeah, and then there's
in it? Like,
dailies. No, I'm just kidding. But
the bounties. There's so many bounties.
Don't
man.
forget to visit Zur too.
Yeah.
I will say I played a little bit more of the single player. There's a level towards the end of the second grouping that actually puts you into one of the stages with AI opponents that are like inklings fighting
Yeah.
against you.
Bots.
That was actually like useful in getting to learn how to play the game. So I think I'm gonna play it. Like, I'm more invested in the single player now that
Cool.
I've played that level. It sucks that it took 9 stages to get there, I think.
Right.
But the bosses are also really cool too. So anyway, that's enough about Splatoon, I think.
Yeah, I haven't played anything else, so
Did you play anything else?
Actually,
I played a shitload of Catan.
We've heard about that.
Yeah.
I picked up Overwatch again. Like I had planned when I sold my copy on PS4 a long time ago. Well, I finally got it on PC, and I am quite pleased with the PC version. It feels perfect on PC, exactly how I imagined it should feel.
You've posted a few play the games on our Facebook.
Yeah, I did.
So if people want to see those, go
I'll
check
probably
them out.
post some more videos here and there. Yeah, I've been playing that quite a lot, actually.
Nice.
It's fun, and the summer games are going on right now, so you can get a lot of really cool skins, like beach-themed skins.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty hilarious.
For all those pervs that want to see Farah in some bathing
Yeah,
suit.
exactly. The the Lucio ball thing is kind of silly, though. It's like a shittier Rocket League,
Yeah.
basically. But, I mean, it's amusing for a little while, but I can't handle too much of it. It just makes me think, oh, I could be playing Rocket League, which does this significantly better.
Right.
But the other arcade modes that they have are kind of cool. They have like I think they rotate them, but they have a 3v3 elimination,
Nice.
and they have like mystery heroes, which will just pick a random hero for everyone.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really difficult though, because sometimes you end up with a team that's just stacked with tanks, and it's just like,
And then you can't really do anything.
yeah, it's silly, but yeah, it's fun though. It looks great, it runs great, obviously, but everything runs great on my new computer. So.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
For now.
The matchmaking takes longer than I expected. That is my one complaint.
That sucks.
Like, considering there's
Considering
so
pla-
many people
Considering
playing that
Player
game,
Unknown Battlegrounds can get 100 people together in like a
Yes.
split second.
there's a little more going on with Overwatch though, because of the different modes and like the.
Yeah, that's true.
But even the quick play takes like a minute or two, sometimes longer.
Hmm.
One thing they'll do though, like I don't remember this being a feature when I played back when it launched, but it'll throw you in like a skirmish round.
Yeah.
Did it do that before?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember.
It didn't happen that often to me, but I think it would just throw you into like a round that you can just screw around with.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just forgot about that, I guess.
But cool.
Yeah, that's about it.
We played some Friday the 13th with Nico.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
And his fiance and his friend and a few of his friends, but it was Willie and myself, and Brian joined in for a little bit. That was a lot of fun because we had 7 people playing. So if we got one rando, we could just leave them in the lobby and then come back.
That first match that I played with you guys, the one rando that was like lagging everybody.
Yeah.
Like everyone's ping was 400 or higher.
Yeah, this dude must have been in like, I don't know, Sealand or something.
Yeah.
Like just with the playing satellite internet Friday
Australia.
the 13th. Yeah. With Bloomin' Onion. No, I don't know. I assume they have even better internet there than this guy had. But no, it was a lot of fun. I had a great time playing. And I think Nico had a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
It was good because we just had a full group essentially for the whole night.
Yeah.
And
Did you guys do that last night?
no, I think it was like Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late.
But no, it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I look
like 3 rounds.
forward to doing that again. Quick little news hit there. They're putting emotes in.
Great.
And also they're putting maps that are 40% smaller so
That's
they can
stupid.
increase the amount of
I hope
games you play
Chad
in a
gets
certain
like
amount
the
of time.
suck it emote.
Chad's got this like double thumb like gun. Like it's pretty good.
With his like mouth wide open when he
Yeah,
does it. Like
it's pretty
normal.
sweet. But no, I'm looking forward to that.
I would try my best Chad impression, but it's wasted on my small mouth.
The other thing, speaking of Nico, he has a new game out. It's called Maze of Mine, I believe. Yes, Maze of Mine.
Maze of Mine or Maze of Mind?
Maze of Mine, like Minesweeper.
Okay.
No, Minecraft.
I said Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're kind of playing as this orb that's trying to collect red dots in like a maze of mines that are bouncing around, and it's really fucking hard, and I'm not good at it at all. Like I've been playing it for the past couple weeks trying to get better at it, and I can't get above like 44. Like you get a certain amount of points for how many balls that you collect, little orbs that you collect, and I get like 44 points, and that's about as high as I go. So it's cool though. Everybody should check it out, but I'm not very good at it. So,
Maze of Mine.
Maze of Mine by Incipia Games. But that's about it.
Cool.
News-wise, I think I put myself first, so we can talk about some news. Those of you watching on video, we have a new single camera format that's helping me show what we're going to talk about as we talk about it. So let me know if you like it or not. But the Spelunky creator has gotten together with many other video game people to make a game called UFO 50. It's got 58-bit style games in it. Creators of Downwell, Time Baron, Scorpalac, Madhouse. Sorry, let me turn the audio down here.
That was really loud.
It's got all of these games in it that are like, kind of... there's like Metroid style games and Castlevania style games and Column style games and Kirby style. Like there's a ton of different creators they're calling them full length NES games essentially.
Yeah.
And there's 50 of them in one package. So it looks like there's a lot of it, like a big variety of different games. You got some beat 'em ups.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So, and this is even like a Zelda or Metal Gear type game. So I'm really excited to see the creativity that the Spelunky guy and all of these other creators come together and put in this one game. It's due out in 2018.
Bionic Commando.
So there's like a GTA style
GTA.
game. So
Pong.
it looks fantastic.
It was like Samurai Dodgeball.
Yeah. So I'm excited for
Is that
that.
a walking hot dog?
I don't know.
That's a hot dog car. Oh no, it's just a car.
But anyway, instead of talking about things that podcast people can't see, it's coming in 2018. PAX West is in 2 or 3 weeks, and they're going to be talking about it more there. So I'm excited, but it looks awesome. I'm extremely excited for it.
Cool.
So, and then my other topic that I wanted to bring up, No Man's Sky had their anniversary update out. It's called Atlas Rises. It's version 1.3. There's all kinds of new things. They've actually added they called it brand new and overhauled central storyline. There's portals to allow for quick travel between different planets. There's a procedural mission system, so you actually can get given missions to go retrieve things or do certain things, and
That's cool.
continue to do that. All kinds of things like that. But the planet generation is supposed to be more enhanced to make things look more like that original trailer, of course. They added another race as well that I think has to do with the story. But I personally, I'm excited for it. I deleted my save and then started it back up last night, and they've added a lot of different, even the UI of the game has changed in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I tried it in the last couple updates, and it had changed drastically.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited to play more of it. I don't necessarily, I basically got far enough to get my ship off of the planet.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like things were extremely different. So I'm kind of wondering if a lot of I still need to see how the grind is, because I don't want to sit there and only find multi-tools and ships that only have one additional storage
That's
space.
what I'm worried about.
If it's still doing that, then I might fall off of that wagon, but we'll have to see. It seems like there's a lot more possibility for them to be actually telling stories in this game now. So I would like to give it a try, an honest try. But there's a lot of new stuff in it. There's nanite clusters, and there's even different ship technology slots as opposed to storage slots.
Portals, so you can travel from
from your home planet to
quickly.
Another one. Yeah, so
shared exploration.
So you can go find
fake
an Atlas cube planet to go and take the Atlas cubes and sell them places. But I don't even know if those happen anymore. But yeah, that's the other thing, is that there's fake multiplayer in it where up to 8 people or something.
I think it's
16 people can gather on one planet
on
and explore as orbs of light or something like that. So I haven't been able to try that out. But all in all, No Man's Sky got a lot of garbage when it first came out, but I'm glad to see that they're at least trying to make the game better, that they didn't give up.
And that's the thing, I don't think that was ever the plan, was to give up. I think they're getting to I honestly think Sony pushed them to release the game early, and it's Sony's fault, and then Sony threw them under the bus when it all came.
Well, supposedly the rumor was that they ran out of money. They needed an infusion of cash, so they're we're going to put something out now, and the money we get from that can help us go forward.
They didn't have to issue back a bunch of refunds and shit.
I mean, only on Steam, technically, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really want it to be VR. That's
they
what
should
I'm,
really.
That's what I'm dying for, and I think that would really reignite my love for that game.
2 of the space games I have on Steam have VR as an option.
Yeah.
And they're more elaborate than No Man's Sky. Well, one of them is. Elite Dangerous is way more involved than No Man's Sky.
Right.
And they managed to do it.
I feel like there's if that's going to happen, they would probably announce it at the PlayStation Experience in December during Sony's own press conference thing. Cool. They would probably be hey, check this out. VR coming to No Man's Sky.
That would be, other than Skyrim VR, that would be a true VR selling point.
Yeah.
Having an experience such as No Man's Sky be presentable in VR,
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. That would sell headsets like crazy.
I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe the No Man's Sky name has been kind of tarnished enough that it wouldn't get people who aren't you and I to come and
there's terraforming now too, isn't there?
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Cool.
So
I forgot about
it. It looks
that.
like there's a lot of awesome stuff you can do. I hope
you can build underground bases and things. There were guys building the Bat Cave and stuff.
That's fantastic. So good on Hello Games.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see what else they're going to do, because this clearly isn't the end, and they're not going to go down without a fight. So
yeah,
good for them.
Yeah. So that's all that I had news-wise. We're trying a new news format where everybody picks a couple stories. Yeah. So hopefully people enjoy that as well. We always enjoy feedback.
Brian, it's your turn.
Send it to MidwestGameNerds@gmail.com. Brian, you want to talk about the Xbox Insider program?
Not really in depth, but I just wanted to bring up that it is now open to everyone, at least the first, the lowest tier of it.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, I think you can kind of work your way up.
You can work your way up. So you start at Delta Ring, which is the lowest. It's kind of the closest to the software updates actually coming out for everybody, you get it maybe a couple weeks early as opposed to, when it normally comes out. But if you provide enough feedback, apparently you can graduate to the gamma ring. Is that right? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. You could read it.
It looks like alpha, beta, delta, omega is how they're doing it now.
Okay, yeah,
they
never
changed
mind.
it.
Omega is the one that everybody can get into now. If you give enough feedback, you'll get into delta, so you'll get the updates a little bit earlier, and then you can get up to beta from this program. But the alpha ring is still
still invite only.
Yeah.
They changed the names too, because it used to be Ring 4, Ring 3, Beta, then Alpha or something.
Yeah, they had to make it sound cool. It's like a fraternity.
Yeah, if you listeners are not familiar with what the Insider program is, it's just basically testing out software updates ahead of time.
You get the latest
like
features.
The new Xbox OS updates and stuff.
Yeah, but obviously that comes with the risk of it might be buggy. It might not work fantastically well.
Yeah,
but if you're in the Delta ring, usually you'll get it at
sure anything's better than what it currently is. So it's the slowest garbage in the
Supposedly
world.
there's a very big update probably coming in time with the Xbox
I hope
One
so.
X.
Plus, I mean, if I end up getting one of those when it comes out, I'm sure the software will run much better since it's so much quicker.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah, it has gotten a bit bloated and slow, I feel.
You talked about maybe you didn't bring this up or you didn't want to bring this up, but they did say that they want to bring fundamental change to Xbox achievements.
Yeah, I didn't read about that in depth enough. I just read that it was going to happen.
It just sounds like a bunch of airy quotes of we want to make it so that the guy who has a low gamer score but is super good at one particular game still has something to show and brag. I think they kind of were just this dude who only plays Halo 5 multiplayer.
So he can get 20,000 gamer score just by playing Halo.
I don't there's a chance that gamer score could go away but they're trying to figure out a way to make it so that gamer score isn't the only.
How am I supposed to measure my worth as a person without gamer score?
I don't know, man.
I don't understand.
I don't know what you can do.
That's not cool.
But they kind of want to make it so that, and maybe they'll be hey, Alex Morel he's the only person who's played Tron Evolution on the Xbox.
Might be true.
Give him 10,000 points.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's kind of how it's going to work. But it sounds interesting. I'm intrigued to see what they actually do with it. But right now they're being pretty vague.
They're going to use the Xbox Connect to see what sort of products you consume. And it'll be you get 5,000 points for those 12 bags of Cheetos I just watched you eat. That's what it's going to be.
This guy is super good at turning on the TV with the remote when the port is kind of covered up a little bit.
Incredible. You just ate 75
That
pizza
is quite a
rolls.
skill in itself, trying to get the right angle with the infrared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's just move on to the other thing that I had here.
Alex ate 40 bagel bites. 10,000 points.
Achievement unlocked.
You've consumed 7 pizzas this past week.
Yes.
Wow, you've watched 40 hours of
So that's
Netflix.
what they're going to do with HoloLens. Is it Halo? It's HoloLens.
HoloLens,
It should be Halo.
Halo Lens is a different thing. That's the Halo app for HoloLens.
That's where Master Chief starts popping up in augmented reality.
Yeah.
You'll be brushing your teeth and he'll be behind you or whatever.
You're not brushing right. He's going to criticize everything you do.
Yeah.
That's not how Spartans brush. Anyway.
Up and down, not side to side. You're going to ruin your gums. You better floss.
He doesn't sound anything like that.
I don't know what
these are the
Yeah,
two
he
guys
does.
at the.
He played through all of Halo 5 with me.
These are the two guys
Master
that.
Chief doesn't talk.
Yeah, he does.
He's not even in Halo 5.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember
All
any
right.
of that.
Anyway.
He's in roughly half the game.
I don't remember him ever talking. I only remember Nathan Fillion talking in that.
As you should.
That's understandable.
Brian, your second story.
Yes. Back to the old Overwatch thing.
Yep.
They are bringing deathmatch into the arcade mode and team deathmatch. I guess free-for-all deathmatch will be 8 players. I mostly just wanted to mention this, partially because I started playing Overwatch again.
Yeah.
But also because they originally said, or the lead designer, I want to say, Jeff
I don't
Kaplan,
know.
I want to say his name
Jeff
is.
Kaplan, maybe.
Yeah. Said that they would never bring free-for-all deathmatch to the game, like back at launch.
Yeah, but here in Trump's America, you can lie about whatever the hell you want.
Well, no, they just, I mean, he admitted that he had a change of heart because the arcade mode wasn't established at launch.
Did he tweet about it?
And it fits in with that. Like, it's not part of the quick play.
Is there 140 characters talking about it?
I think
How many emojis?
we're going to
did
have
he
to
use?
restructure the news again and just have you guys do it without me.
No, you can.
All right.
We all talk over each other all of the time, so that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah. I was just curious if he had tweeted about it.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think in terms of balance-wise? Like the
I'm
Overwatch.
really curious to see how that's going to work. Because
That would be
most of the
awful.
characters do not go toe-to-toe.
Yeah,
very
everyone's
well.
just gonna play as Chappie or whatever the hell his name is.
Chappie.
Uh,
Oh, that stupid
the
The
robot,
fucking robot.
Bastion.
Bastion.
Yeah.
I still hate
Tank
that character
Chappie.
so much. And then
Everyone-
I watch their like kill cams. I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's like
Mhm.
they have zero skill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anybody that plays.
I
Bastion
probably
as a
should have
main,
played more
but
Bastion, I guess.
It's pretty ridiculous.
No,
Yeah, because you could just post up as that tank version of him and sit there and just fucking maul.
I can't imagine 8 people.
8 Chappies?
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine 8 Chappies going against
How many
each other.
PS4s does that one take, Chappie? Fucking asshole. Stupid fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that does. Like, I feel like that'll be one of the least played match, unless they figure out a way to make it work really well. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're gonna have their own balancing for the characters for that, but I
Or
doubt it.
they'll just lock out certain characters that don't play well in that kind of setting.
That's a possibility too.
yeah,
Maybe it's all the squishy attack characters.
16 tracers.
Yeah, God, that would drive me crazy. I'm pretty sure at one point I did play a mode where it was all tracers,
That's
like
ridiculous.
back on PS4.
I hope they make them all say their like lines at the same time. Like they're all always
all
saying
in
the same line. Yeah.
All right, John.
It'd be haunting. So Nintendo's being sued over the design of the Switch's detachable controllers. Some bullshit developer I've never heard of called Game Vice. They were granted a patent back in 2015 combining computing device and game controller with flexible bridge section. And they're using this as a means to sue Nintendo.
Just because it bends doesn't mean it's flexible. I mean,
Well, that's the main point.
That's from heat
that's been
and
pushed
time.
is that the Switch it's not connected by a flexible bridge. The controllers are hard.
no, yeah, the
attached.
screen isn't flexible.
Right. Well, it is. I mean,
Yeah,
some of them are
that was
curved,
the joke,
but unintentionally.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but the idea that they're detachable.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're detachable. They're not. It's just the connection of the controllers to the screen is the main thing. And I saw the device they were originally like marketing, the WikiPad or whatever the hell they were calling it, with its like detachable game controller. It honestly looks more like that stupid ass thing. Look at that fucking thing.
It's ugly.
It's stupid as hell. It looks more like the
What's with all the chrome?
it looks more like the Wii U than it looks like a Switch, in
Yeah.
my opinion. And so they're just gold digging right now is what they're doing.
Well, this is what happens. I mean, I didn't really know
patent
how
troll
much
assholes gold digging for shit off of Nintendo's success.
people come out with things, and then the patent trolls try and get something, and most of the time, it's not worth the big company's time to fight it, so they just pay them off, and it goes away.
So we should probably have a lot of patents so we can be patent
That would be
trolls.
nice.
Yeah.
I have a case that I could tell you about that I haven't told you about yet. That's pretty cool, actually, but
Okay.
I'll talk about that after the show. But yeah, no, that sucks, and I just assume it'll go away pretty soon.
It's just ridiculous to me. I mean, come on. Like, Nintendo finally gets, like, some really badass piece of hardware, and then somebody's like, oh, well, fuck you. Like,
They will just. I mean,
Check out our piece of shit 7-inch.
yeah, look at this
tablet
cool
with
thing we
detachable
came up with
controllers.
before you came up with the Switch. But, I mean, let's be honest. Nintendo's probably been developing the Switch since before the Wii was even announced. So, like,
potentially, but that's the thing is that
Nintendo are time and again innovators in this industry,
Yeah.
and they push the boundaries and always have. The fact that somebody thought they had a leg up on Nintendo is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
So that's just how I
They
feel
invented
about
the
it.
D-pad.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
I thought. Pretty sure.
Yeah, this thing was being talked, but
Jesus Christ, did.
this thing was being talked about in
The cross.
2013. and they wanted to sell it for $500 with the Tegra 3 chip in it. I mean, it's not like the lawsuit is not. This thing is exactly what the Switch is. It is.
They stole our idea.
They stole an idea that we had, but
they won't. Even, I guarantee Nintendo probably has drawings of this thing way before 2013.
Potentially, yeah. And if
they
do,
we'll
then that means that the lawsuit would go away immediately. But
Right.
it might not even make it to trial because Nintendo might just be like, it is not worth our time to fight this. Here's a bone.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money it would be.
Japanese a businessman.
Anyway.
Yeah, next news story that I have, Bethesda is bringing the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy edition back out of the vault for the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition, which is coming out.
Bringing it out of the vault.
So that's pretty sweet. So if you didn't get one of the totally badass vault or Pip-Boy things that you could wear on your arm with your oversized cell phone, you can get one now, and your new current cell phone that you just got from Best Buy because they had deals on Samsung Galaxy S8s does not fit in it. So
yeah, that's the thing is that
all the new phones that came out don't fit in this thing. So unless you have an iPhone 5,
so there might be a market
Sorry, bro.
for
older
phones,
older cell
just
phones
for Pit Boys.
I got a Moto X 2013 with your name on it.
I'm not gonna say
I.
that I didn't think about that. Like the other day when because I saw this news come out and I was like, God damn it! I've upgraded to the iPhone 7 Plus since that happened.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
I
so
was
did
I'm
Brian.
probably in.
Brian got
that's the 7 Plus Plus.
well, yeah, the 7 Plus Plus
The
Plus.
double plus. But I was kind of like, man, I wonder what it would cost me to get like a 5th gen iPod Touch that I could just keep in my
Dude, you can buy. I mean, you can buy like a Moto X, 2013 Moto X.
Yeah, but I don't want Android.
$40.
That's gross.
Yeah, whatever.
Ew.
What difference
I
does
got
it make if it's just stuck in your
My
Pip
old
Boy
Apple
permanently?
3GS. I got that one still.
Because I feel like
around.
Apple touchscreens are more responsive than most of the crap in those.
Yeah, not really, but that's okay.
It's just the
Actually, I do
software.
agree with
'cause,
that.
Yeah.
The next story that I have in my list here. Oh, I was gonna say that the Pip-Boy edition that's coming out, Game of Year edition, is $100, and it will be available for Xbox and PlayStation. Something to consider. Comes with all the DLC, which for $100, everything you're getting in that package is well worth the money.
Yeah, September 26th. It was originally $119 as well,
Yeah.
by the way. So that's nice.
Next thing, I don't know if you pulled this up.
No, I didn't.
You can go to Kotaku to find it. But Fallout is getting a board game made by Fantasy Flight, and it looks really cool. I think they're the same guys that did the Dark Souls one, but I could be wrong. What
They
else?
did Makers of Doom and XCOM, but their next big license.
I didn't
project.
know there isn't a Doom board game.
Yeah. Anyways,
No,
this
it's
looks
called.
cool.
It's called. Oh no, it is Doom. Yeah, I don't know.
This is cool. Like, I want to play this, and like, I like the miniatures. They look really cool. They look highly detailed, which is obviously, like, these guys are putting a lot of time in their sculpting, which is cool. The board game looks pretty rad. It's mission based, I guess. Like, there's actually like missions and things to do, but you can just free roam. Like, there is like a free roaming mechanic to this board game, which is kind of interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think it's cool. It's like $60, I think, when it comes out. I think you can pre-order it right now if you want. It looks pretty rad though. So I'm interested in giving it a shot when it comes out. If that's something
Maybe
you guys
we
might
can
be
play it on Twitch.
interested in. Yeah.
My aptitude for board games is next to nothing.
I'm not a fan of the initial like playthrough.
Yeah.
Like learning it, but I like board games when I actually know how to play and can sit down and play them. Like learning, like that was the thing about Catan. Like I hated Catan until I actually like figured out how to play it properly, and then I was like, this is fun. Like I could do this all the time.
I've played probably 20 rounds of Catan, and I still don't really know how to play it right because I'm basically just like, oh, I need all of everything.
No,
so I'm going to get all the resources and hang on to them for a long time. And then I'm going to lose the game because I'm not playing it right. That's how Catan goes for me.
Yeah, you got to rework that strategy.
It's kind of like PUBG. You get all the guns and stuff and then just relax.
Yeah. Well,
and then
no,
end up getting
I'm not the
killed.
guy that's like, hey, I've only got 30 bullets. I need to go get more because I know I'm not going to shoot those 30 bullets anyway.
I fully intend on using them. That's the difference.
You fully intend on it, but the best laid plans
I
of
have
mice
gone
and men.
through more than 100 rounds.
Yeah, I take that
before.
back. It doesn't look like you can actually pre-order the Fallout game yet, but it is coming out in Q4 this year. So hopefully in time for Christmas, because that would make a cool Christmas gift for me. Wink, 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 wink.
Good to know.
Wink, wink, internet.
Just throwing that out there, guys. Yeah, that's all I had for news.
Cool.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's. Why don't you guys talk about Tacoma?
All
Tacoma,
right.
latest game from Fulbright, the makers of Gone Home.
You got
Brian,
anything you want to pull up on there for Tacoma?
I can pull something up in a second. Brian, did you ever play Gone Home?
I did.
Okay.
I finished it in one sitting.
I did not play Gone Home. Did you like it?
It was cool. Yeah.
Did it make you excited for Tacoma?
I was curious about Tacoma because it was a sci-fi game with a similar structure as Gone Home, from what I understood.
Yeah.
Although I was hoping there'd be a bit more to that structure, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So, you played on PC?
Yeah.
Okay, me
both
too.
of them, actually.
But it was
and
released on all platforms, right?
No,
But I used the
No.
mouse and keyboard.
it is Xbox or PC. It's
Okay.
not on PlayStation yet, but it could come later, I assume.
Yeah.
You played on keyboard. I played with controller. So,
I started with the controller and I switched to mouse and keyboard for
Okay.
whatever reason.
just as a quick summary type thing, it's a first-person game. You are kind of you are somebody who's been tasked to go to a space station and find out what happened on that space station.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to get into spoilers unless we clearly mark them later on,
I
as long
wouldn't.
as John doesn't care. But I don't know if there's any reason to necessarily get into spoilers. But we
Meh.
can talk about that
No, let's
later.
talk about the gameplay.
Yeah.
Do that.
Brian, what did you think about Tacoma?
Full disclosure, I didn't play it.
First thing I want to say is as soon as I started playing the game, I was thinking like, oh, there's the controller. That feels okay. There's the mouse and keyboard. And then I thought about my Oculus Touch controllers, and I was like, God damn it. Why doesn't this game have VR?
I feel like
Because
most
it seems
games,
perfect for it.
Yeah, most games that are like that should be in VR.
Because you're using a bunch of augmented reality screens and stuff, which would,
that would be really cool to like.
yeah, it would just work perfectly
Yeah.
with touch controllers.
Yeah.
And I've already experienced the zero gravity thing, which part of the Tacoma space station has zero gravity. And it would be really cool to experience in VR, I feel.
Yeah.
Plus the graphical fidelity of the game, it looks good,
Yeah.
but like it's
Not so good that.
Yeah, not so good that it wouldn't work in VR.
Yeah.
So that is the first thing I noticed. But I mean, I was intrigued. Like, I like the fonts they use and stuff, and like just the general. The
Design.
interface is nice. Interacting with things is super easy, and it works well. But like the atmosphere, the sound, and everything is really good.
Yeah.
The voice acting's perfect. There are no characters that sound like they're playing a character. They actually sound like real people.
So the production value of this game
Yeah.
is like pretty good.
Well,
it's good.
Here's the thing: is that when you're interacting with these characters, for the most part, they are just like wireframes essentially
Yeah,
in
so
the AR system.
Their voice is even more important because you can't see facial expressions or anything.
Gotcha.
But they feel like actual characters
Yeah.
because of that voiceover, for sure.
I mean, they are animated most of the time, at least. There's some that you find that are like corrupted AR playbacks, so they don't
Yeah.
like animate properly and stuff, which is also cool. Like effect in the game. But yeah, I mean, I was intrigued as to what was going on, but at the same time, like, I didn't care enough to like pick at every little note and stuff in everyone's personal quarters.
Yeah. So it took you about 2 hours, is what you said, right?
Yeah, it took me, I think, like exactly 2 hours
Okay.
to finish.
I think it took me about 3 total, but that's with some time setting it down in there as well, and it's the Steam timer, so who fucking knows?
Yeah,
But that's the thing, is that this game allows you to either just try and at the very surface level, you could watch through these AR things and be like, okay, I think I know what's going on. But you can so there's it's a cast of 6 characters plus an AI system that's on the ship that is also a character. And the idea is that you walk into a section of the ship and the characters are all, they might be all in one place or they might be spread across this area of the ship. And so you can start the playback on the AR system and people kind of come and go. If you stay in one place, the people will kind of come and go in and out of the situation.
Yeah.
But what I found myself doing is I would be like, all right, at the start of the simulation, these people are here. I'm going to hit play and just be with them for the 4 minutes that the scene plays out. And then sometimes somebody would come in to talk to them. So then I'd rewind back to the beginning, get back to the point where that person comes in, hit play, and then follow them out to go see what they do. And that's how you kind of start to piece the story together in terms of what's happening.
That's really cool.
You have to keep like rewinding to see the other interactions because you can't be in 2 places at once.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like a crime drama game like based on this kind of format?
Yeah, I really enjoy the format, like how it works. I mean, my biggest issue is there's like not enough of it. Like I wanted more.
It's almost like the Batman VR game.
Yeah, it kind of is, but it's a little bit more. Obviously,
More
this is
in-depth,
more
like-
this is more focused on the storytelling rather than like
I would have much preferred there be some sort of investigative element to it and actual like puzzles. That is probably my biggest complaint. But I knew what I was getting into, to be fair. I didn't expect puzzles. I just wish they were there.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's some little things here and there, like you'll notice a locked drawer, and you can go find the
like
keys.
The key codes is there's a couple different ways to do that. Like they're usually in like written down somewhere, or they can be watched, and you can like rewind and watch somebody like punching it in.
Yeah. Sometimes somebody will go to walk through a door, hit the code, and then go through. And if you don't have the door open, then you're like, oh shit, I need to pay attention to what that was. You got to punch the code in to be able to continue their part.
There
of
are
the
a couple keys you can find.
Yeah, and they
locked doors.
They let you open up like a door or a drawer that usually has items that kind of inform some of the character interactions. Yeah. So it's like, and so a lot of that stuff, kind of the main line of like, here's the story. You can experience that alone, but you can also go through. Like there were several times where I was like, oh, there's something in the trash here, so I'd pick it out and look at the note, and you learn that this character has a friend that's in some other company that's doing some like. You can get a lot more context out of the characters if you want to, and it's not extremely necessary, but it's just kind of cool, and it helps flesh out those performances despite them being wireframes and voices.
Right. No, that's cool.
So that I really like the way that the structure of the story is very free.
The other thing I noticed really early on is like a lot of the objects you pick up have QR codes on them, and they actually work.
Yeah.
Like I scan them. I mean, they don't do anything like incredible, but it tells you a little bit more. It'll like tell you the name of the product or whatever. Or
yeah, like there was one talking about like the I think it was kind of like I don't know if it was insurance. It's the one that you sent the picture of, where it's kind of got like 3 notes, and you scan the QR code to get basically what would be like the asterisk note. That's like, oh, you know, you can
like
get
footnotes.
You can get insurance up to this amount or something. Like it's cool. It's cool that they all work. It's cool that my phone can scan them off of the screen and it shows, what's going on. But there's a bunch of achievements in this game, and there's like 5 of them that are hidden, and I have no idea what they could be attached to. But I think I got like 3 achievements when I beat the game.
Yeah, I didn't get very many at all, I don't think.
There's a lot of extra stuff that you can go through and kind of hunt down if you really want to dig into this game. But in terms of like, so it was $17.99 on launch or pre-order actually.
That's
on
what
Steam.
I did.
That's what I ended up doing. $20 on Xbox. Do you feel like this is a $20 game?
For 2 hours, I feel like it's a bit steep.
Yeah.
Because I could go, I liken it to going to see a movie.
Yeah.
I could see almost 2 movies for that.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any like replay value or no?
It's the kind of game that I would maybe consider replaying like a couple years from now. Like I would
like
go
if
back.
I forgot what happened in the story or something. But I
maybe
mean, not a
there's
lot
aspects
happens
to the
though.
story that you haven't seen yet. Like based on what you guys are saying, like there are
No.
different.
But it's so like essentially there's like 3 rings on the space station, and each ring has like 2 areas that you can go to.
Okay.
And I went to all of those, so I don't
pretty
think there's any
linear.
like
it locks them off. You have to go in a specific order.
you can pick between the 2 at the time, because I did mess it up one time and went to the
There's an area you can go to early, but you can't do anything. So it's
no, but
pointless.
like usually the chronology of the game, because there's 2 sections per ring, and you can go to either section at any time. You can get a little bit of the story ahead of time. I accidentally did that, but it's probably just because I probably went right instead of going left like any normal person would do.
Yeah. I mean, if you follow the instructions, you end up going along a set path for the most part.
Yeah.
The story didn't go quite where I expected, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't really know what
liked the
to
ending.
expect. In that final act, I kind of felt as though I wouldn't say they pulled the wool out, but there were several times where I kind of felt like they were leading me down one path, like, okay, is this what's going to happen? And then they'd be like, no. And then you'd continue on a little bit, and you'd be like, okay, is this what's going to happen? And you'd be like, no.
Nah, yeah.
So, like, that was cool that they were able to kind of keep layering a little more information throughout that last act to kind of be like, all right, here's what actually happened.
Uh-huh.
And then go from there. But then again, I also feel like there could be hidden stuff in there that even changes even more the context of the story. Like,
right.
if you really get down into it and start connecting dots.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
would
Is
say
like,
the general theme is don't trust corporations.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the main message of the game.
yeah.
yeah.
It's a little timely.
Yes, it is, and probably on purpose.
But no, I mean, here's the thing is that I wouldn't say that there's any story that I missed, but there could be a lot of context that I missed.
Right.
I just don't know. And it's not something...
It's
the
not
experience
necessarily something you would go back to try and find.
Yeah.
Because you already have completed what story there is. Like you found the end. You don't really... you're not that invested that you want to go back and figure out all the other aspects that you may have missed.
I would love to read somebody's Reddit dissection where they've mapped out the story completely.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would love to do. I don't know that I need to go and suss it all out myself. So in terms of the $20 is pretty steep, but if you liked Gone Home, I think you would like this game a lot.
See, but Gone Home I bought for like $5.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I'm pretty certain that I got Gone Home in a humble bundle for who knows how much at some point, and I think Tacoma will be there too.
I understand why it costs that much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of production value. It
Absolutely.
costs money. And I think they had some trouble getting it out the door too. Like it was supposed to come out a long time ago. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I haven't followed the production that closely.
That can't help either because that's more time you have to pay people to be working.
Yeah.
Without any return.
Yeah, but I think it's fantastic.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, worth checking out when you can get it for what you think is a reasonable price for about 3 hours of gameplay. But it does also make me want to go back and check out Gone Home, although I kind of had that game spoiled for me, so I don't necessarily know that I feel the need to do it, but it makes me curious just to go back and experience another Fulbright game because they clearly put a lot of attention to detail in their games.
Yeah, I remember finding a lot of little details in Gone Home.
Yeah, so no, that's cool. I'm excited to see what they do next, and I hope this game has done well for them.
Yeah,
right on.
But
well,
yeah, if you want, I would like to do a spoiler cast at some point, but it would be super short anyway.
It'd be 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily know that we need to do that, but basically all I would be saying is I thought the ending was pretty cool. It was not what I expected out of it at all, and
we could just add it on at the end of this episode.
I just don't necessarily know.
You guys can have spoiler territory right now if you want. I don't care. We got.
It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. Just it's a cool story.
Everybody dies. No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody is completely dead. The game actually takes place in the prehistoric era.
Everyone is completely dead. Not partially dead, completely dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a handful of other games coming out this month. For instance, Agents of Mayhem comes out next week.
Yes.
Which looks interesting. Observer looks like something you guys might be into. August 22nd, we've got Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. The 25th, we've got Mario and Rabbids, which I'm definitely getting.
Sonic Mania's out on the 15th.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
that's
probably
going
to pick it up.
I want to buy that.
I'll probably pick
it's
it
really
up on
inexpensive,
the Switch.
too, so I'm
The first
sure
Yakuza remake is coming out on PS4. And then August 31st, you've got Life is Strange sequel and Resident Evil Revelations. So there's a handful of games coming out that we're kind of interested in. So if anybody listening is also interested in those particular games, please do let us know.
Yeah, if there's something you'd really like us to review that we would
let
still
us
be willing
waste
to play.
our money so you don't waste yours.
Yeah, so our next episode will not be out in time for Mario and Rabbids, but I already have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy coming to me because I bought the season pass for Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to talk about that, and I certainly want to pick up Sonic Mania as well. It sounds like you're probably going to do that too.
I didn't
episode's
realize it was coming
the
out so soon
27th?
until a couple days ago.
Yeah, the 27th would be our next.
That's in time for Rabbids.
No, it's not.
Isn't Rabbids out on the 25th?
You're not going to have time to play it.
Rabbids out on the 29th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a Ubisoft game. It's not a Nintendo game. It comes out on Tuesday.
Gotcha.
So, and then, yeah, for sure, Rabbids. I'm certainly
really
picking it up.
Tempted to pick up Pyre as well, which actually came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I wanna say.
Right.
The latest.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
I
games
can't
coming out.
remember their
We
name.
need some of your help, listeners, to decide on what we should talk about. So help us out.
Supergiant.
Yeah.
Supergiant Games.
That
Pyre.
made Transistor and Bastion,
Yes.
which are both good games.
Not the Chappie Robot.
Yeah. Bad.
The Xbox.
Yeah.
game.
Bastion the game, good. Bastion Overwatch,
Bastion the
terrible.
character.
Needs to be removed from the game.
Chappie should just be forgotten.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what the StarCraft remaster's out.
Yeah, but I have beaten StarCraft
Tomorrow.
and Brood War.
Yeah,
so
I never
I'm
have.
not in a hurry to pick that up, but I kind of want to.
I never have, so
to
I
relive
might
at
pick
some
it up.
point. You
but-
should. It's a really good.
What's
The
price
story's
tag?
good. It's a good sci-fi tale, and the gameplay is awesome. It'll hold up well.
Let's take a look at what the price tag is, because this is great radio.
It's like $15, I think.
Yeah, $14.99.
I can
Good
just buy
deal.
that through BattleNet.
Yep.
That's cool.
So yeah, that would be cool. But it sounds like
We
we'll
can
have.
stream that one.
We might.
We can get on.
We
Twitch
can play
with
each
that.
other, and
Yeah.
we'll all be different races.
I was
That'll
thinking-
be perfect.
I
There we
was
go.
thinking
I call
also,
Zerg.
since we're all spending so much more time on the PC, we could stream some Civ if you guys wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been, and now that
That
I'm
would be
gonna,
a really boring stream, though.
It would. I really. You guys, we can talk about this when the episode's up, but we need to upgrade my PC. So
That's fine. I guess I'll tell this to you guys after the stream, because maybe if I only tell it to you, then it might come true.
yeah. So don't talk about it right
Yeah,
now.
I won't talk
whatever
about it
is.
on the podcast, but there's
But
streaming
anyways.
ideas that I have.
Cool. Yeah. Anyways, if you want to follow us on social media or see all the places you can listen to or watch our show, check out MidwestGameNerds.com/links. And as always, please do send us feedback, especially games you want us to review.
and play games with us.
And play games with us. Yeah, you can get a hold of me on PSN and Xbone. Chan Constantine is my username. It's also my Steam name, but I think you have to use my MrJohn84 to actually find me.
I don't know. Steam's
I
friend
changed-
interface is
Yeah,
not
it's
great.
weird. But yeah, you can find Alex and Brian through that as well if you find me. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Send us feedback, MidwestGameNerds@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch. Rate and review us on your favorite podcatchers. We really appreciate that rate and reviewing action, because what that does is it makes us look better on all of the charts for the different podcatchers. Alex, what's up with the network?
Horror Movie Yearbook just put out a commentary for the film Sleepaway Camp. We sat down and watched it with Gojo.
Never even heard of that movie.
It's a 1983 horror movie, and it's got it's fairly notable for its ending. And so if you know nothing about it, you should absolutely watch it, and then you should
don't
listen
to that episode until I've watched it.
Yeah, Yeah. Actually, you know what? You could probably just have one earbud in and watch the movie because you don't need to pay that much attention to the movie. But we had a good time. Gojo had never seen it before, so we got him to watch it. I also got his reaction on video. So you can check that out.
I feel like those guys need to do like an MST3K sort of thing on Twitch with these movies, where like
that would be
they
great.
can tell people, they can take the delay off the Twitch, and they could say, "We're gonna watch this movie. Watch it with us. Start the movie now." And then everybody hits play at the same time, and then those guys can talk you. I feel like that would be such a great experience.
Yeah, that's kind of hard, especially to coordinate everybody hitting play at the same time. But then also,
you have a counter that comes up. It counts down from 10, and then at the count, everybody hits play. And
I guess so. But it would also be fun if we could somehow figure out how to do like the performance rights to make it so that we could actually stream whatever show it is on
that would be interesting
on Twitch. But no, that was a lot of fun. And then also Gone to Texas, there's I think episode 8 just aired of Preacher on AMC, and we've got about 5 more episodes left in the season, and things are heating up. It's getting good.
Getting hot in Texas?
Oh yeah. Well, they're in Louisiana.
Oh, did they move?
Yeah, they did actually.
Okay.
Louisiana's still pretty hot, dude.
Yeah, that's like really hot. It's even hotter probably.
Yeah. So no, it's been great this season,
Hot
and
moist.
I'm excited to see where things end up. But there should also be a Film Nerds soon, I hope. But
yeah, I tried to download the final episode of Silicon Valley's last season, and I got pinged with one of those we're gonna shut down your internet bullshits.
Oh, that's good.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm done downloading things for free.
Yeah.
So I won't be watching Preacher anytime soon. I don't
That's
think.
fair.
Well,
That's
you
fine.
can watch the last episode of Silicon Valley at my house.
Okay.
You need to see it.
Yeah.
It's really
I could
good.
probably just give you my HBO login, but
Yeah.
anyway,
That's cool.
I might get rid of that after Game of Thrones, though.
I might too. So you have a few weeks
got a couple
left
weeks.
to
Yeah.
watch.
Anyway.
Silicon Valley.
Anyways, thanks again, everybody, for listening and watching along. If you have been, thanks to Pat for joining us in the chat room. We really appreciate it. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Until next time, peace out.